Okay, now here's the deal. You jump play at center. Center gets the tap, taps it over the left forward, see? Now, meantime, you're coming around from behind. You pass the ball over to him. Peanuts is swinging underneath the basket. You shoot the ball to Peanuts, jump shot right in. Okay? And you go once more. It's a center play. Center taps the ball over to the left forward. Left forward takes the ball, pivot, see?
Hey, kids, look who's here.
Duke! Hey, Duke! Hey, look who's here, the Duke! Hey, man, I'm glad you're back.
Doesn't he look great?
Never better, baby,
I
never
bet.
better.
I told him so, but I'm his sister.
Nothing like a stretch in the pen, huh?
Hey, you gotta meet the new guys. Plus, Dave, you gotta meet
I
this
told
Dave
you
Simmons.
about Dave, didn't
Yeah,
I?
you told me. I don't want to know him.
Oh, you got him all wrong, dude.
You shut up. He's a lousy social worker, ain't he? Basketball, ping pong. Man, he really did a job on you. Maybe one of the flies beats up on one of our boys and you and Victor Schiff can sit down over a hot game of checkers and fight it out, huh?
No flyer's gonna beat up on one of our boys and vice versa. We're signing a peace pact, Duke, any day now.
So that's the way it is, huh? I thought I came out to take over my gang. Not this bunch of old ladies, I'm not.
I'm Dave Simmons.
Oh, you're the guy that's gonna change everything, huh? What, they called you a social worker?
No, nothing like that.
Relax. I'm talking to the man, ain't I? They had a couple of you guys work me over at the pen. Real nowhere characters.
Dave made all conference, Duke. He showed us a lot.
Hey, look like you got a good pair of hands. We could use a good shot.
Yeah, I'm a good shot, all right.
The stories that shock a nation, move them, make them laugh, begin here. Like this one. I'm Paul Stewart. As far as the newspapers knew, as far as anyone knew, there was going to be an end to gang wars among the teenagers in San Francisco. But that was before a boy came out of prison. When that happened, reporter Stuart McClure of the Examiner and the city of the Golden Gate saw the extent of fury and violence that lie behind the words juvenile delinquency. They're ready. They're rolling. The presses are rolling on Deadline.
Hey, somebody answer the phone, huh? Answer the phone. Thanks a lot. Yeah, hello. Hey, turn that off, huh? Oh, talk a little louder, huh? There. Who are you kidding, chick? Well, how about the gang worker, Dave? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, I'll see you then. Vic wants to work out the peace pact. Just me and him alone.
Yeah, well, we'll tell you just
No.
in case.
Well, at least take Dave along.
Nobody, just the two of us. Their warlord now is me. Well, Dave did his job bringing us together, but the final deal has got to be just the two of us.
You mean the three of you? You, him, and his knife.
Look, me and Vic had it out in a fair fight a couple of weeks ago. He got me down a couple of times, and if he was about to pull anything dirty, man, he had his chance. Yeah.
Well, at least talk to Duke.
Look, Duke's got no say in this, Fay, not anymore. So I'll just have to take my chances alone. If we come this far, so I gotta figure it's gonna be smooth the rest of the way, too. And don't nobody try and tell me. I mean that now.
What was it you said in that series? A little kindness, a little understanding? Yeah. Bring her over. She claims she's Hammer's girlfriend.
She was, you mean?
Look, miss, this is not pretty, so if you'd rather not, we can hold it.
I want to see. He did it. Vic, he killed him. Well, what are you standing there for? I told you, why don't you do something? Catch him and kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him!
I'm waiting for you, Vic. Put it away. What do you want to use it on me, too?
I didn't kill him. So help me God, I didn't kill him.
And what are you running for? Look, you crazy kid, do you know what it means to you? You know what this means to all the rest of the kids? You know what it means to all the work I've been doing?
One of your boys got it pretty bad. Oh, it isn't the blood. His skull was fractured. Still no idea which one of your buddies over here did it?
If you're asking, Lieutenant, it couldn't have been one of the dragons. They're all too chicken.
All right, listen to me, you punks. There's one dead over here, and one busted skull in return. Now, if I had my way, I'd toss the whole bunch of you into one cell, lock the door, throw the key away, and let you beat each other to death. But you just try turning the streets of this city into a battleground, and you're gonna find yourself in more trouble than 100 social workers and bleeding heart reporters can explain away. All right, get out of here, alive. Wait a minute. Just remember one thing. With or without your help, we're gonna pick up your Vic the Shiv. And after we've indicted him for murder, I'm gonna sweat night and day until I put every one of you behind bars for shielding a murderer. Out. Get out of here. You wanna say something, Simmons? All right, have it your way, social worker. But you keep on playing footsie with these sweet, misunderstood delinquents. And one of these days, I'm going to be sweating out the guy that shoved the knife into your ribs.
Look, you got a minute?
Sure. Okay, Simmons, what's on your mind?
I need your help.
How can I help?
Look, McClure, you wrote a series about these kid gangs just a couple of weeks ago.
Hmm?
It was honest. It was fair. All the kids around here read it. I think Vic would listen to you.
Now, wait a minute. If you know where Vic's hiding out, I'd advise you to go straight to Lieutenant Holland.
I can't do that. I won't. I think Vic will give himself up if you'll just promise him he'll get a fair deal.
Now, wait a minute. Let's get this straight and right now. You're shielding a murderer. And bleeding heart reporter or not, I'm not on your side, not this time.
If I'm shielding a murderer, I haven't got any side at all, have I?
You're a funny guy, Simmons. If. Half a dozen kids heard Vic invite Hammer to the roof. And 3 witnesses saw Vic run off the roof after the shooting. Turn him in.
You won't go with me anyway.
Well, then tell Lieutenant Holland where to find him. Look, the boy's a suspected murderer.
McClure, you did a series on these kids. You showed a lot of understanding for a guy that just knocked around for a week. But I've been living with them, all of them, for the past 6 months. I know every one of them. Both gangs. I had the Dragons in line, and the Flyers were coming around. I may never be able to reach them again. I can sure tell you this. If I ever go back on my word, if I turn Vic in, I might just as well kiss these kids goodbye for good. An awful lot of work will go down the drain.
Okay, Simmons. But this is the way it has to be. I'll listen to what Vic has to say, and I'll try to convince him to turn himself in. But if it's no deal, I have to go straight to Lieutenant Holland and tell him where Vic is holding up.
All right. That's fair.
It's a deal.
Vic. Vic, it's me, Dave. Put it away, Vic.
He ain't taking me in. You lousy stoolie, you promised you wouldn't bring back no cops.
He's not a cop. Look, this is the man that wrote a pretty fair piece about you guys last week in the paper. You said so yourself, Vic. Just tell him your story. Tell him it straight. I'm sure he'll give you a break.
I ain't giving myself up.
Oh, you crazy.
Stand
Put it
back,
away.
both of you.
Innocent, huh?
Say, came here to give me a break, huh?
No, Vic. I came down here to get carved up by a stupid, scared kid who's throwing away the only chance he's got.
What are you talking about?
If I wanted to turn you in, I could have done it already, couldn't I?
I didn't do it, so help me, I didn't.
Well, talk to me then. You were on the roof. You were seen.
I was gonna meet Hammer. Called me and told me to meet him at 10 o'clock.
What do you mean he called you? I heard you called him.
I did not.
Well, there were 5 or 6 kids in the club when you called.
You crazy? He called me, I never called him. See what a spot I'm in?
Yeah, keep going.
Look, I used this before. I cut up some guys. But a gun was never my style. I wouldn't do it to Hammer. Look, mister, you can ask Dave. Me and Hammer, we were supposed to have a peace deal.
If he didn't call him, I don't get it.
Somebody wanted war. Somebody called Hammer and said they were Vic. Somebody wanted to make Vic the fall guy.
Who, one of the Dragons?
No, I don't think so. No, I think everybody in both gangs wanted this piece real bad. But somebody didn't. Duke.
What?
Now, just take it easy. I just think this. I don't know it. The important thing right now is you.
Yeah, they'll pin it on me.
Now, Vic, you come in with us, and you tell the story just the way you told it to me. And I'll guarantee you that nobody's going to work you over and you'll get a fair break in the papers.
Maybe you mean it, mister. But someone's got to take the rap. I ain't kidding myself. I got a story that's tough to swallow.
Well, Dave believes you, doesn't he?
He's no cop, he's my friend.
Well, I'm not your friend, and I believe you. Well, it's up to you. So make up your mind.
you want to know, huh? Vic is dead. Dave Simmons is dead. McClure here was almost dead. Now, what do you got to say to that? You punks. You stupid, bloodthirsty kids. You're worse than animals. Even animals don't kill their own. Take them downstairs and book them, all of them.
Hey, you can't tie this thing on us. On what charge?
Book them for spitting on the sidewalk, obstructing traffic. Book them for suspicion of murder. But get them out of here, all of them.
What about me?
Get out of here. I don't want to see one of you.
What did you mean even animals don't kill their own?
What are you trying to do? Pull my leg? Go on, get out of here, will you? Well, now we know. One gun killed all three of them. Hammer, Dave, Simmons, and Vic.
Simmons was right.
Yeah. You know, at first I thought that one of the flyers knocked off Hammer. Then in retaliation, one of the Dragons knocked off Vic. But when you read this, then you really know.
The Duke, huh?
Yeah, I got 10 men out combing the whole city for him, high and low. No sign of him.
You think she knows anything about it?
I don't know. I'll lay even money she knows where he is. And sooner or later, she's going to lead us to him.
Look, would it louse things up if I talked to her?
No, I guess not. Now watch yourself. Okay.
Door was open.
Get out of here.
You going to picnic?
You better get out of my way.
Sooner or later, Faye, they're going to pick him up.
You're a liar. They're not even looking for him.
If they're not looking for him, why is he hiding out? It's a bad mistake, Faye, to be hiding away like that. The cops might think he might have some reason for it. Like murder?
You're crazy. Duke wouldn't do a thing like that. He's got a record and that's all. Why don't you leave us alone?
That's the cops, Faye. That's the cops. Now you can't leave, can you? Now you have to answer my questions. How do you know he didn't do it?
Hammer was his best friend. Hammer and I were gonna be married. Now, Duke wouldn't do a thing like that.
Didn't he hate Dave? Didn't he hate the idea of a truce? Maybe with Dave and Hammer out of the way and the Dragons thinking that Vic killed Hammer, it might be like old times again. War between the Dragons and the Flyers.
You're wrong.
Isn't this what he wants? Cops all over the neighborhood, people afraid to walk out in the streets at night, secret meetings and rumbles. Isn't that what he wants? This isn't what you want.
Oh, you're trying to mix me up. Oh, you're no better than a lousy cop. That's all you are. You'd like me to turn him in so that you and the cops could throw him in jail and beat him up. Well, you want him. You go out and find him.
Took long enough. Anybody tell you? Hey, this is good. That cop at headquarters picked you up? They held you a long time.
Did you kill them?
Listen, sweetheart, there were 5 of us who took off after Vic and Dave.
I'm talking about Hammer.
You're talking like crazy, sweetheart. Me kill Hammer? Vic the Shiv done that. Everybody knows that.
Well, the cops say different. There was a reporter there. He says so, too.
They were trying to rattle you, doll. It's an old cop trick.
The same gun that killed Vic killed Hammer.
All right, you want to know? I'll tell you. I had plenty of time to figure it out up in the pen. And I made my plans careful. Good plans. I figured it out for all of us. We were going to take over the neighborhood. Not just the Flyers, the whole neighborhood. And then the South Side. Every inch of it ours. With me as the president, Hammer the warlord. And what do I find when I come back? My gang is a lousy social club.
Your gang?
I was president of it when they sent me up, wasn't I? What right did they come in and bring a Fink in and turn it into a basketball team?
You killed Hammer.
Wait a minute.
You killed him.
Babe! Wait a minute. Faye! Faye! I didn't mean it!
Drop it, Duke. Drop it!
One boy with a twisted dream, one boy and one gun. And before his dream came to its tragic end, he'd managed once again to turn the streets of his small world into a bloody battleground. One boy, one twisted dream, one gun. And before the unchained violence can be capped, how many more beaten, maimed, murdered? How many more headlines like this written to deadline?